What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. Shout out to the joiners, shout out to the point of view crew, and trip on this, man. Let me just fill you in on what it's like to live here. Some of the things I go through. If I could just give you like a little tad touch of my reality. Could you see this picture? Do you see that picture right there? I'm pointing at it. It's been here forever in this room, hanging right there, minding its own business. If you were to go back to some of my other videos, you perhaps might see it there. Sometimes the camera's face this way, sometimes that, but oftentimes it's made its appearance right there, just hanging there. Well, there's my room right here, and there's on the other side of this wall, there's another room. No one uses it. There's a bed, there's some things in there. I use the closet. I put dress shirts and some of my jackets in the closet in this room right here. So I go there earlier, like an hour ago. I'm gonna go in the closet, I think, hang up a jacket I have laying around, and I see that picture in that room hanging on the wall. And it's just like, why? Why? So she just came in and thought, that's hanging there too long. Let's redecorate. Let's take some things out of here and put them in there. Dude, is that not thievery at its finest? It's sneaky and nothing else. And dude, I don't want to be petty, bro. I don't want to kick a dead horse or whatever they say, but trip on this too, man, because I'm pretty fond of highlighters. If anyone gets a letter from me, I go crazy with the highlighter. Shout out to Schizo Silva, who won the raffle. I wrote him a letter, and I sent him all this raffle stuff. Bro, I went ballistic. I went balls out with the highlighter. I love them. So I got all these highlighters. But think about it, I have so many, they're usually packed into this cube. Where sometimes you have to struggle getting one in. Look how loose they are, dude. They're no longer packed. I'm missing like 10 to 12. Who's been using my highlighters? Now, I'm not going to hate on someone, they get a wild hair, they want to highlight something. By all means, be my guest. But if you get the wild itch to highlight, and you come grab like 5 or 6 from a guy, put them back, is all I'm saying. And don't take a picture while you're at it. But, bro, be that as it may, let me just say this. I'm glad, and it makes my heart smile when people come to me and they say, Splinter, man, you're a good storyteller. We love hearing the stories. I love hearing the stories. They make me laugh. And this YouTube thing that I'm doing with Prison POV is not my really first experience telling stories. Because to be honest, all through my prison career, I was kind of known, and I would just tell a lot of stories. I was known for it. People will land in a dorm with me at Wasco Reception and be like, what's up, Splinter? I hear you got all kinds of bomb stories. Like in the H facility, for instance, they have A side and B side. There have been many a time I was on B side and yet snuck all the way across to A side at lights out in the middle of the night to go in the corner with some of the fellas and joke around and tell stories. In cell living, for instance, me and the homeboy Turtle. Shout out to Turtle from Ontario. You will get hungry in those cells of Wasco. They don't feed you right, and oftentimes you can't even go to the store. So dinner time, you're really hungry. You already had breakfast, you already ate lunch, it's the end of the day, you're starving Marvin. And then they bring those carts in, you smell the food, and sometimes they just sit there, they do count, and they come, and you're on the bottom tier, and they start on the top tier, and then you're on this side, they start on that side, you're the last one to get a tray, and you're just like, to kill the time, Turtle and I would tell stories. He would tell one, I would tell one, he would tell one, I would tell one. And then, bro, shout out to the homeboy, Matt Bass from OC. It's my doggy dog right there, my workout partner, my pinochle partner. Program tough together my first term. We would always tell stories. Stay up late, drink some coffee. We'd call him 1 for 1. He's like, let's do 1 for 1, brother. I'd tell a story, he'd tell one. I remember one in particular story he told me. He said that him and his old lady were doing the damn thing on the couch. I mean, they're human. That happens. And he says someone came and knocked on the door, and it caused them to rush because they don't know if they had the drapes pulled just right. Like, whoa. And then he prematurely did his thing. We're all adults here, and went on the arm of the sofa. And he jumped up, answered it, and his friend just walked in. Hey, what's up, bro? And then laid down and like, hi, how are you? And they're like, I have a story. Not in that regard, it has nothing to do with DNA, but a really good story I think I might share if I had time. But what I want to do is get into the favorite story that people always loved, man. People always loved this story when they're told it in prison. It'd be people's favorites. They'd want to hear it 2-3 times. It'd be this one and the story of the garage. When I broke in the garage, when I ditched school that day and I cleaned it all up. It'd be out of those 2 stories. But before I even get there, I'm going to kick into that story with favorite. Before I go there, though, dude, something I saw on a YouTube short today straight, boom, blew my mind in a major way. Because trip on this, I'm on the fence, dude, I'm on the fence about aliens. I don't know, bro. I can't tell you if they're real. I can't tell you if they're not. I'm like, I don't know what to believe. Sometimes I think, yeah, probably some aliens. Sometimes I think, no way. I can't put my finger on it. Now I know I have a hard opinion, bro. I put my finger on the flat earth. Dude, flat earth is bogus. If you believe in flat earth, don't even talk to me. Because that's this dog, homeboy. Flat earth, that's ridiculous. It's been debunked over and over. First of all, you had that guy, those balls are so big, he must carry him in a satchel. This dude went all the way up into the stratosphere and parachuted to Earth. Did he not? Did the guy not go so high up? I believe he's high as the moon, to where he looked down and you could see the roundness and the fullness of Earth, and that fool parachuted in a spacesuit or jumped or something. Some dude did that. Did he take a ladder, a rocket ship? How did he get up there? Maybe I'll watch the video and we can, I'll react to it. But a dude went so high up, dude, there's Earth right there. Round as shit, dog. So, homeboy, flat Earth is bogus. But aliens, I don't know. But now trip on this. And I heard in a YouTube short today, and I went and Googled it, and I looked it up, and I read some stories, and I'm not educated enough to do a full video and react to this. Perhaps I should, but I can tell you a little bit, get you started. You can go investigate yourself. 1994 in Zimbabwe. 62! Dude, 62! School children. School children don't lie, do they? Well, not lie a little tiny bit. But 62 school children were at school, which is where I guess 62 school children should be, and a damn freaking UFO came and landed in Zimbabwe. They saw it. They drew pictures of it. They even walked closer to it and saw some of the participants, some of the aliens, some of the passengers of this alien ship, this UFO, and they came out and would talk to them telepathically. They said their faces were blank like a sheet of paper. They didn't see eyes, nose, or mouth. But bro, either 62 kids are just lying their asses off and made up some big story, or bro, something crazy happened in Zimbabwe in 1994. Bro, I can't believe that didn't make mainstream media. I can't believe I'm just not hearing about it. What, did they hide it? How come everyone doesn't know? It seems like, now we have internet, information highway. That's how I found out about it, so I made a story on it. I guess in 1994, just books and magazines. But dude, still, they should have threw it out there, bro. Someone should have told somebody. Someone should have been like, Splinter, hear about Zimbabwe, 1994. I feel like I should have heard it by now. But dog, what's up? Are aliens what? I don't know, man. I have a connection to Zimbabwe. Trip on that. Now, when I was a kid, Jen tells me every time I tell my kid stories, I'm always in the 5th grade. I'll be like, when I was a kid in 5th grade, a lot of shit happened in 5th grade, I guess. I lived in the Village Lane trailer park on Union Avenue in the Hoe Stroll. Straight Hoe Stroll, drugs, hardcore, just beneath. Here's bad part of town. Union Avenue is down here. Dude, it's the gutter, homeboy. Nothing but trailer parks and cheap motels. I lived in the Village Lane trailer park. And my best friend, the only kid I knew in the whole neighborhood, there's not really any kids around there, it was a dude named Yogesh. He was from Zimbabwe. And his parents owned the Starlighter Motel. And he went to my school. We got off on the same bus, we started talking, and we'd hang out. Remember on Christmas, I gave him a Christmas present. He didn't give me one back. I guess they didn't celebrate it. They felt embarrassed. So his parents went to the little store right there, a little liquor store, and bought me all this lined paper and some highlighters. Maybe that's where my highlighter fetish started. And a bunch of pens. And I was like, cool, bro, thanks. And I remember I'd given him a really, really cool toy. But hey, it was still equal. Shout out to Yogesh, bro. Shout out to Zimbabwe. What's up with them kids? Them 62 kids in 1994. Maybe I can interview them on the channel. Let's get into this freaking, let's get into this story, though. I had a girlfriend. We were living together. We were serious. Been together a couple years. But then we start splitting up, having problems. Still together, having problems. I lived in Rexon Acres in my family's house. My uncle and my cousin. She had an apartment in Oildale. We were really starting to pull apart, not really talk. She decided to go to Oklahoma. She's going to go to Oklahoma. Her dad had some property there. So she told her dad, I want to move there with you. And he came out to get her. And then on the way out, she thought, I want to take Kris with me. Maybe Kris wants to go. So she pulls up in Rexon in a U-Haul and her dad in a truck and all these trailers and stuff. Honk, honk, honk. And I'm in the pad in Rexon. I've been partying and I'm parlaying. I think I've been up a couple nights and I'm deep in the game. I look out whoa, what is that? She's like, come on, we're going to Oklahoma. And you're like, damn, just like that. Next thing you know, I'm just a backpack with the full clothes. Going to Oklahoma. Oklahoma, here we come. So, bro, we stayed there. I enrolled in Tulsa Welding School. Got an apartment in Tulsa. It's funny because I gave a down a deposit and everything. We left in October after being there like 8 or 9 months, and I'd enrolled Tulsa Voting School. Things were going cool. We came back. It was like October or November to visit family for the holidays, Thanksgiving, and I was going to come back by December 4th to Tulsa to start Tulsa Voting School. But when I came back, when I came down to Bakersfield, we split up for good, bro. It really went south. And it's crazy because I ended up going to jail. I never made it back to Tulsa, but a couple months, 3, 4, 5 months later, I called the apartment up. I'm like, yes, I was going to move in there, apartment 121. Yeah, Kris, you remember me? Can I get my deposit? I'll give you guys like a $300 deposit. That's a bogus. Can you see me like half of it? Not even $50, dude, 20. Give your boy $20. I just killed me that I gave him a $300 deposit, bro, and they held it for me, I guess, and I went there. Bro, anyways, because we came back for the holidays, like I said, and also her mama got married. Her mom got married, so she wanted to meet her mom's new husband and all that. So we show up in Bakersfield, say hi to her mom, meet her mom's new husband, and then her mom's new husband has a son who's my age and my girlfriend's age. And right away, bro, I'll be damned, it's like, I don't know why I stood up right there, because I felt a connection between them. Fireworks, dude. He has a shirt, it's like, oh, Neil. And she's like, oh, I had a friend named Neil. What a coincidence, dude. Yes, do you know Neil? He's like, oh, no, this is Neil. It's like surfing. She's like, I surf. I'm like, when did you surf? Like, I want to learn to surf. So, bro, there was freaking fireworks and sparks between them. And I was like, damn, okay, whatever then. I'm not a hater. You guys do you. And then my mom is telling me, hey, come over, son. I ain't seen you. My family's wanting to see me. I've been in Oklahoma for a while. I'm like, I'm just going to shake the spot. You stay here with your boyfriend, stepbrother, and I'm going to go visit my family. And I took off, hung out with my family, ended up in Rexland, and just ditched her for like 4 days, dude. Didn't even call her, didn't even nothing. And she felt all disrespected. Well, hey, that makes 2 of us. So she felt all disrespected that I just had on the shine for 3 or 4 days and decided just wanted to break up and put all my clothes out in the rain. All my damn clothes out in the rain, bro. So I came by and got my clothes, and we had a car. It was in both of our names, and we each had a key to this car. And we would start fighting over this car. I took it and I had it. She would come take it in the middle of the night and have it. I would show up and I would just back and forth, bro, get in this car. She would call the cops on me and they'd be like, sorry, Spencer, what do you want us to do? You guys both had the keys. It's both your guys' names. What can we do about it? She couldn't get me in trouble, so bam, back and forth. Then she took it and I was like, damn, it was one night. And I couldn't, I didn't have to, I called her, I'm like, what the fuck? Because I had a job. I was working at Frito-Lay. I'm like, quit taking the car. I'm the one with the job. She's like, I'll take you to work. I was all right, take me to work. And on the way there, Frito-Lay's in Buttonwillow, like a 40-minute drive from Bakersfield. I was asking her, I want you to admit to me, I said, that you're having relations with your stepbrother. I know you guys are messing around. I seen the fireworks when we showed up. I mean, that was 2 weeks ago. You guys had a whole lot of time alone by now. If you guys were like kicking up that kind of dust in front of my own eyes 2 weeks ago, what's it like now? Bro, I got imagination, indeed I do, but homeboy, also, I'm hip to reality. I know how this shit works, and what's your guys' get down? I go, admit it to me, I just want to hear about it. Not all the greasy little details, but just admit it to me, admit it to me. She's like, no, nothing happened. Drive me out to Frito-Lay. Finally, I get out of the car. She's like, I'm not picking you up. You're going to have someone else give you a ride home. And I get out of the car and I go to sign the door, and she's driving away. She goes, I admit it. I've been having relationships with him. Sexual relationships with him. And I was like, whoa! And I threw my lunch pail at her. She skirted off, and I was flipping the bird. Mad about it, dog. So, I go in and start working. I can't even think, dude. And this is back when pagers were a thing. So I'm like, man, do me dirty and shit, but I'm working. All of a sudden, I get a page. It's from my company, Valley Sun. I'm like, why are they paging me? And I tell my foreman, I was like, hey, company, Valley Sun just paged me. He's like, there's a phone in the machine shop right there. Go in the machine shop right there's like a little phone. Call them, ask them what's up. So I went and called Valley Sun. I was like, hey, what's up? Why do you guys call me? Oh, we want you to go do this job over here. I was like, no, I'm already at Valley Sun. Oh, we didn't know that. Oh, cool. Okay, Valley Sun. Okay, just, carry on and stay there, and it's all good. I was like, all right, cool. So I went back to my boss. Oh, they want to send me somewhere, but they know I'm here. But I knew about the phone. So then I snaked back to the phone again. I said, snake? Yes, I did snake. I snakily snuck over there, got on the phone. I was like, you did this and that. What are you doing? I was cussing her and fighting with her. And this dude's all, hey, excuse me, what are you doing on the phone? I thought, hung up. Nothing, my bad. I had to call my boss. He's like, no, you called your boss a minute ago. And you came back in, and now you're yelling. I was like, oh, my bad. When it started working, I came back to that phone again. I was like, man, you know what? I can't believe you did that. Dude, this and that. You're trash, blah, blah. Dude's like, hey, what's going on? Dude, you need to get out of here. I'm going to have you removed from the property. Get off the phone. I was like, oh, okay, my bad. Boom. Hung up the phone, went back working. Wanted to try to come back on the phone later. It was removed. There's no more phone hanging on the wall. Literally like removed it to take it away from me. But by now, I was obsessed with wanting to call. So I started walking the halls of Frito-Lay and I found an office, a door. And I opened it up and there was a big desk, a big leather desk and a chair like this around it. And like pictures on the wall and like a Harvard degree. And it's someone's office. And there's a phone. So I go and I get on the other side of the desk like this by the chair and I pick up the phone and I call and I'm like, I can't believe you did that bullshit. So that's what's up? You really did stab me in the back like that, huh? And then click, hung up and I look up. Somebody's like, what are you doing in here? I was like, my bad. And they had me removed. Security came. But trip on this, I didn't get fired though. I just couldn't work at Frito-Lay no more. The company still used me other spots. Wow. Anyways, hey, had me removed from Frito-Lay. Escorted me across the street to the store. I call my dad. My dad, come pick me up. I'm real sick. I'm sick of work. He comes out there and he's like, no, I already heard you're not sick. You literally got ran off for using the phone because you're calling your girlfriend harassing her. I'm going to take me over there. He's like, oh, hell no. Take you over there and do what? Then I'm part of it. He's like, I'll give you some change to drop you off at the bus stop. So I got changed. I took a bus there. You know what's funny is that one day we went there and she met her stepbrother and we ended up being her boyfriend, kind of, sort of casually, friends with benefits. I stole the hat from him. A gray hat. I stole it. And I was wearing it that day. It's so funny. So anyway, I took a bus. And I go over there to just kick up dust and nothing else, take my car back. And when I go up there, I see the dude, the stepbrother, that the lady's messing with, and he has a little brother, like a 9-year-old brother. And they're on the porch talking. I come smashing up, hey! And the older brother runs inside and slams the door and leaves his little brother out there. And I'm like, your brother's a Pinocha. I'm like, man, I can't believe your brother left you out here. I was like, man, you're going to run in front of your little brother? I would never. I'd get my ass straight smashed if I'd run in front of my little brother. I was like, that's the kind of little big brother you have? Anyways, and I had his hat on stuff. I jumped in the car. Fired right up, but they had the thing on it. They had like the locking thing. So I couldn't turn it. I can go right. They had, what do they call the club? So I can only turn right though, a little tiny bit. So I turned right, drove some more, turned right, drove some more, turned right, and I was right back at the house. I'm like, I gotta do something besides turn right. Somehow I wiggled my way, right. Ended up taking it back home, made some cuts on it, then looked kind of cool like Kit Knight Rider, and I had the car back. Later on, she ends up getting it from me again. I get it from her again. I end up getting arrested. I end up trying to jump into it at the courthouse. I end up seeing it at the courthouse of all things. And, bro, the bailiffs grabbed me. It's a big old mess. She tried to say her arm got slammed in the door, which it didn't. She sits on a throne of lies, I tell you. So then they take me in there. I could tell the bailiff now they're mad at me because they put me into a cell, I mentioned this before, with 6 bloods. 6 bloods. And they'd all been caught in a drive-by. And it's mind-blowing, especially in hindsight, that they kept them all together. Usually if they do a crime like that, they would scatter them. So they couldn't like get their stories on point. But for whatever reason, they had them. Maybe they had like speakers in there. But I think microphones, in other words, to hear what they're saying. Get them talking. Who knows? I wouldn't put nothing past them. I do know this, though. They put me in there hoping those bloods would beat my ass. I know that's why. But they were tripping on their own stuff. I was tripping on my own thing. I'm like, you guys think my girlfriend still loves me? We did this, and this. And like, you're a crazy-ass white boy. Because, bro, I know the cops will put dudes in spots to get them in a wreck. There's this dude from Bakersfield. He's pretty hardcore. He's a badass fighter. I seen him beat this dude's ass and then bite his ear off. It's like, damn. Okay, Mike Tyson. Bro, but this dude, man, is kind of crazy because, like, early in my prison career, and we were in a dorm together, and he, like, in his bed was, like, on the edge by the TV, and he kind of always kick in his bed like this, and we'd all kind of stand around, we'd all talk, Bakersfield boys. I got the vibe like he didn't like me. And I told him the homeboys, I was like, I don't think dude likes me. And with all of us standing there gathered around, he's like, hey, Splinter thinks you don't like him. And I was like, oh, bro, what the fuck? Like, cramp my style, like, why would you say that? I was like, no, I don't think that. And he's like, yeah, I don't dislike anybody, man, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, he doesn't dislike anybody. And I see myself, but I dislike you, motherfucker. Now, why'd you say that? Threw me all the way out there. Anyway, that dude, the reason why I thought he didn't like me, because he always had like a mean look on his face. Probably lots of people thought that he didn't like them. But he went to max me, bro. The cops weren't feeling him, and they put him in a cell with 3 black dudes because there were 4 men to a cell. Him and 3 black dudes. And we would hear fighting, and we'd hear squabbles, because that was an 8-man cell down the tier. And then I would feed breakfast. I'd go by see him, and he'd have like punches, bruising, redness, bald patches, jacked up. Okay, homeboy. Like, you all right down here, dog? Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Homeboy, but this story. Let me tell you the story. If you made it this far, then you must be all the way sick with it like me, okay? Down with the sickness and all that good stuff. So let me tell you this. The CMC West, they have showers, group showers. Big group shower. It sounds kind of weird, huh? A big room, square room, A big room is circle room. You have to go in there and piss in the corner. No, a big square room with about 8 shower heads, but only like 4 people go out there at a time. And when you're a white boy, program and active, you always take someone with you. You never go shower by yourself because you want someone to be there when you're putting your boots on. You wear your boots there just to have your back. So, work out together and shower together the whole 9. So I got a homeboy, he's like, shower, boom. And there's 2 black dudes in there. And my homeboy was taking a long time. Sometimes we'll take kites in there and read them so the cops can't. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that goes in the shower. Making kites, hooping kites, stuff with weapons, weapon stock. I mean, it's a shower with the curtain. You're out of the way. No one can see you. You know, sometimes you'll have the whole thing full of white boys who have little meanings, juntas, talk about smashing people. Bro, it's a blind spot. He's taking a long-ass time. A long-ass time. Those 2 black dudes got out. A couple of people got in. A couple of people, and the water's going cold. And I'm thinking, what is dude doing? Is he messing with the kite, riding a kite? Is he making a weapon? And I see him, he's over there doing something with his hands. I'm like, what is he doing? I mean, I don't want to stare, obviously. We're naked, but he's over there messing with stuff, you know? Finally, we get out. He's like, let's go. And I go, dude, what were you doing? He goes, we just hit a lap. We're walking a lap. I go, what was that? He goes, bro, you're not going to believe this. He goes, and I got into the shower. He ended up somehow with some of his own poop in his hand. I don't know if it was in his butt cracks. I don't know if he squeezed it out by accident. Like, oh, look what I found. He ended up with some. He didn't know what to do with it. So he sat there and just like dissolved it in the water. Let the water hit it. And I was like, bro, I can't believe here I am keeping point for one of my homeboys who's trying to ditch a turd. Get rid of some poop, dog. I thought you were over there making a weapon. I keep on point so you can dissolve some poop in your hand. Wow, that's crazy. Like, look what I found. Anyways, be that as it may, I mean, I'm sorry you stuck around this whole time to hear that. I mean, my bad. But it did happen. Imagine my surprise. He should have lied. He should have even told me that. He should have said, hey, I got something crazy to tell you. Do you want to move forward? But he just sprung it on me. Anyway, I'm going to cut the string, let it fly. I'm going live tomorrow, and I'm going to do something crazy on this live. It's not the giveaway, but dude, I'm going to do something on this live. You should come around and check it out. It's going to be around noonish or so. None of the most some respect. Cut the string, let it fly. Peace.